What's up, Internet? This is Mike at Clarington Kia. Behind us, we've got a 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe 4-cylinder, all-wheel drive, leather, panoramic sunroof, one owner, no accidents. Will you be the next owner? Let's go take a look. All right, so let's take a tour of this Santa Fe. We're gonna cover the exterior and interior condition, as well as the great features on this Santa Fe. You don't have to zoom in. I'll get in nice and close if we find any dings, dents, scratches, chips. So let's start off with what is underneath the hood. We have a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine on the Santa Fe. That is, it's kind of an oxymoron. It's the bigger, smaller engine. I believe it does come with a 2-liter turbo engine option, but this is the 2.4 liter naturally aspirated. You know, pluses and minuses of both. The 2.4 liter is going to be better on fuel if you drive very conservatively. If you want more power, the turbocharger, of course, on the 2-liter turbo would be a better engine choice. However, that being said, a turbocharger, you know, arguably there's a couple of things that could go wrong with the turbo. They're pretty reliable nowadays. But nonetheless, this is the 2.4 liter version, and it is going to be a great engine for fuel economy, reliability, and everything else. Now, looking up front, have a look at these really great looking LED daytime running lights here. And then we have LED headlights down below and a nice looking front bumper cut out there to keep it nice and sporty looking. But then the real beauty comes in this absolutely fantastic front grille. Look at how nice and shiny and silver all of that is. It's in fantastic shape. And then we even have that nice silver accent down below to finish off the bottom of the front bumper here. But this is an absolute gorgeous color combination with all this nice silver and chrome trim out front, and then this glacier silver paint. Oh my gosh, like it is such a nice combo. Look at how nice this paint looks when we get nice and close. You can see the flakes on it there. Really tremendous looking color. Now, as we take a step back and give you a side profile shot, let's talk about some of the great safety features. So we have all of the standard advanced safety features you would be expecting. Forward collision warning, forward emergency automatic braking, blind spot warning with blind spot assist, lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, rear cross traffic alert, rear view camera, front and rear sonar. We got everything on this thing as far as advanced safety features. Everything but the kitchen sink, as they say. Now, taking a look at the side, we've got these really nice looking 18-inch alloy wheels, some nice tires on here as well, and then we've got the turn signals in the mirrors. And then as we take that step back again, just to give you that profile shot, look at how all those chrome accents really highlight the vehicle, really highlight this color too. And then those nice dark tinted windows in the rear, the whole car just pops. It looks fantastic. And if I didn't mention it before, this is a one owner, no accident vehicle. I'm going to show you the Carfax when we get inside here, but we're just going to continue our tour around and talk about these fantastic looking LED taillights on the back. You can see the nice Santa Fe badge there. We'll take a bigger step back just so you can see the whole rear end of the vehicle. Now there's a little, there it is there, a little chip in the back bumper here, just right when I guess somebody loading something in, maybe just drop something, but pretty minor stuff there. You can see the nice exhaust system, that silver plate that run along the back there. We got the rear sonar buttons, and then let's pop it open. I'll show you what we got on the inside. Nice, big trunk, as you can see here. Lots of room. We have split folding rear seat as well. You can fold those seats just by pushing one of the buttons there, and they'll flip down. I won't do that because I want to show you the seats on the inside, but nonetheless you can. Now the only thing, these are the carpet mats here. I don't know if we have the cover like this for the back here. Quite frankly, I have no idea. I don't see it in the car unless it's in our detail bay and they were washing it and just forgot to put it back in. So ask your salesperson when you're calling or looking at this vehicle if we have it. If we don't, I'm sure you could buy it from Hyundai. It's a cheap accessory, but we don't have it here, so you might have to purchase that. But nonetheless, let's take a look underneath here. We've got some more storage, our jack just in case get a flat. Close her back up and let's continue our exterior tour just to make sure there's no big dings, dents, scratches on the passenger side. And everything looks really nice. Again, this silver paint hides any of those minor imperfections you might see if the car was black, white, or a darker color contrast. But I mean, silver's fantastic for that, right? Let's see, is this a scratch here? No, that's just some goo that'll actually come off with my fingernail there, so that's okay. yeah, everything looks really, really nice on the exterior of the vehicle. So let's go take a look on the inside. We'll start with the back passenger seat. Maybe you've got some kids, teens, tweens, adults, whoever, I don't know. Maybe you're Ubering. This would be a great Uber car. My gosh, it'd be comfy back here. Look at these seats in the back. The perforated leather seating looks fantastic. We have that center armrest there. These rear seats are in great shape, as you can see. They recline back to you. You can see that seat there's reclined back much further than the other seat here. And then take a look up, because that panoramic sunroof comes all the way to these back seats. And that's actually gonna help if your kids are prone to motion sickness or getting car sick. That'll really help. It gives them a nice airy feel. They don't feel so claustrophobic and closed in. We also have vents in the back and 2 USB ports, so iPads and Nintendo Switches and all that can stay charged up. And then when that's charged up, guess what? Parents have a nice road trip. We've got the built-in sunshade here, so if you got infants or even the big ones, you know, they can pull that up and keep the sun out of their eye. You don't need to get that crummy Canadian Tire suction cup stick-on one that everybody seems to buy. Front seats. That nice big panel roof again. Look at how nice these seats are. In such great condition. We've got that kind of contrast silver piping that runs all the way up the side of it there. Nice big bolsters on the seat, and the driver's seat is a power seat with power lumbar support as well. And then I just want to show you this nice detail on the side here. Look at the speaker cover on this thing. Looks really, really sharp. So let's hop in here. Oh, sun's coming out. It feels nice. So taking a look inside, we'll turn back the headlights to automatic. We've got a leather heated wrap steering wheel. We have paddle shifters behind the wheel, of course, you know, I don't know. It's kind of funny in these cars. But anyway, there's paddle shifters there if you really wanted to use them. Like I said, a leather heated wrap wheel. On the left side here, we have our volume controls, radio controls, Bluetooth controls. On the right side, we have our adaptive cruise controls, our controls for lane departure warning and highway driving assist. And our menu buttons are up here, which you can go through the menu. Let's just take a quick peek here to show you 29,406 kilometers on this. Fantastic. Kilometers and mileage for the vehicle. And then look at this center dash. So Hyundai did a really nice job at kind of laying out this dashboard here. I'll comment on this in just a second, but they've done a really, really nice job at kind of giving a luxury feel on the interior. You can kind of see just as I pan around here, nice soft materials on the dash, and then we've got this kind of carbon fiber-ish look, you know, material here on the center console. So let's talk about what we have up front here in, whoa, that was too close, in our center screen. So first and foremost, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Yes, they are on board. So, you know, you plug your phone in, this screen changes and now have access to all of your mobile apps, all your digital music, all your onboard navigation with your phone. So that way you have traffic updates and everything else. But most importantly, you have access to voice dictation for text messages. So you get a text from mom, you can reply back, hey mom, I'll be home in 10 minutes. I don't know, that's a weird reference, but you know what I mean. You can just use your voice to dictate rather than picking up your phone and getting a hefty fine, and quite frankly, just distracted driving, huge problem. So avoid that with your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We also have Blue Link on board. We've got a couple little neat things in the navigation, not navigation, I'm so used to that, the entertainment system here. So quiet mode's kind of fun. It'll turn everything down in the back seats for you. You've got your climate controls in the center screen as well. There's also manual controls, but in case you wanted to do it in the touchscreen, you can. If you hit home, it goes back to this really nice split screen. So we have our media or our radio on the one side, your Apple CarPlay and everything on the other side, and then some hot buttons down here. Speaking of radio, XM satellite radio, FM, AM, all that stuff, USB input, of course. No CD player, haven't been CD players in these cars in a little while. Now let's jump down and skip to the one that I wanted to talk about, which is the gear selector. So normally I'm not a big fan of reinventing the wheel, right? Like we're either used to a little column that you pull down, or maybe on the steering wheel, those old column shifters. But this one I don't mind, and I'll tell you why I don't mind it. It's not a weird dial that you have to twist and turn. I like the buttons, you know, drive, reverse, park. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy, but it's tastefully done in the Santa Fe. So I'm okay with this. I know this is just an opinion and it doesn't matter to you. Just speaking from experience, I'm in a lot of different vehicles. This one here is quite nice. I actually like this one. Now, let's put it in reverse to show you our nice, clear rear view camera that we have on the Santa Fe. Now, also you do have cross traffic alert. What that means is as you're backing up, if there's a car coming from either side of the vehicle, okay, but let's say you're in a parking lot and there's cars parked beside you, you can't really see as you're backing out, the cross traffic alert is looking down the sides of those vehicles using the sonar, and it will light up yellow if there's a car coming to warn you, hey, stop, take a look, because there's something approaching that maybe you don't see just yet. It's a really nice, handy feature, especially in the mall parking lots and things like that when you're trying to back out. Now, as I mentioned, your heating and air conditioning controls are all operated here. Automatic climate control as well, the dual zone climate control. And then scrolling down here, this is a kind of an interesting one. So we have two different functions for this dial. We have our drive mode, which you can see comfort, sport, and smart. And then we have our terrain select control, which is snow, mud, and sand. Now by default, it is going to be probably in comfort or smart or sport or whatever you set it to that way. It won't go into any of these unless you manually select that. So let's talk about these three different drive modes. Comfort is obviously going to tune the engine down. It's going to give you the most fuel economy possible. Sport mode will do the complete opposite. It'll give you all your horsepower, all your energy, but of course, it'll be a little heftier in fuel. Smart mode, everybody asks, what is smart mode? It really just recognizes between this and this, the comfort and sport, based on how you push the throttle down. So smart's kind of the way to go. And then snow, mud, and sand, that's pretty self-explanatory. If you get yourself in a little hairy situation, you can throw that on for yourself. We have idle engine off, so it'll turn the engine off when you're idling, just at a stoplight or stop and go traffic. You can turn that off if you like. The really nice feature is the auto hold. So it uses an electronic parking brake on this. And if you have auto hold engaged, and I turn that on every single time I get in the car, when you come to a longer stoplight, you can take your foot off the brake once you're stopped. It'll hold it there. Also, in stop and go traffic, when it's an absolute annoyance, you can take your foot off the brake once you come to a stop. So that way, of course, it keeps you there, and it's a little bit less input from the driver. It makes stop and go traffic a lot much more enjoyable or easy to deal with. Here's our rear sonars, our parking cameras. Well, you can turn that on or off. Heated seat controls here, heated steering wheel, and then in here we've got our USB port, another little cup holder. It's kind of hidden. All this here. The Santa Fe, this one does come with, whoops, there we go. This one comes with the remote starter down here as well, which is nice. Nice looking key too, if you ask me. And then in the center console here, we've got the armrest, another USB port, so lots of charging options for you. Now, last but not least, before you go, this is a really important piece of information to know. This is the Carfax for the Hyundai Santa Fe SEL. So one owner, no accidents reported. That's what you want to see. That verifies what I just told you outside the car is true, that this is a one owner, no accident vehicle. We even have some service history for the Santa Fe as well. So the previous owner did service at a center that reports back to Carfax. They don't always, but it's nice to know. You can actually review this online on our website or of course in store when you come in. But folks, this is a really nice looking Santa Fe. And I gotta move back because there is a Purelator truck. Stand by 1 second. Let's show you how the rear view camera works here. So we roll back and see, because we are using the auto hold braking, right? I can take my foot right off the brake, and it's still in reverse. I'll show you, look, still in reverse. See the little green auto hold there? So it's holding it in place because the auto hold is on, which is a really great feature to have. Now I'll just throw it in reverse, or pardon me, in park, and there we go. So as I was saying, this is a fantastic Santa Fe to find. It's in great condition. And as you can see, leather sunroof, all the nice features that you and your family need. The 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine, so you're gonna save tons of fuel, and it's available right here at Clarington Kia. You can visit us online, claringtonkia.ca, or in store. You'll experience our amazing sales team. We're just here to help you purchase this car. We're not gonna sell you anything you don't want. We're just gonna help you buy it. So we would love to see you in store or online for this beautiful car. And thank you so much for watching. And hey, congrats to whoever picks this up.